Centrelink giving you a hard time? There are things you can do about it, but there are a couple of things I'd point out first. One, the people at the top of the scale get $212,000 a year for doing what they do, and they're not going to stop doing it, because they also get a productivity bonus of nearly $10,000 for the way they perform. Secondly, there are people in Centrelink who think it's their God-given right to stomp on you. They see welfare recipients as being a drain on the national economy, and anything they can do to stop the drain, well, it just makes them a hero in their own eyes. If you've been hit with a big bill from Centrelink, you need to know this. Centrelink, on average, gets between 200 and 250,000 payments a year wrong. It's their fault. And because it's their fault, there's a 6-week limit on how much they can hit you for. If you gave them the correct information and they did a data entry error that gave you overpayments, you only have to pay the last 6 weeks. Now, if sometime in the last year or 6 months or even in the last 3 months you gave them the correct information and you've been getting the correct payments, then you owe Centrelink zip, zilch, zero. Nothing. You could be one of those people who is being prosecuted by Centrelink. So I would advise you to embed some information into your case that may persuade the Crown Law Office to settle out of court. For example, the Federal Police refused to investigate politicians who wrought. Very nice of the Federal Police to do that, and I have 2 documents which prove it. Tabled in court, you could ask Centrelink to explain why you're prosecuted, but federal politicians aren't. You can also ask, why is it that when job network agencies rorted the system and nearly bankrupted the job network in 1998, Centrelink stopped the rorting not by calling in the police, but by applying a secret moratorium on breaching. The people who'd been defrauded were not repaid. The people who died, there was no compensation for their families because it would have amounted to millions of dollars per death. Those deaths are now officially a state secret. Not the sort of thing that Centrelink would want bandied around in court. The Federal Police even refused to investigate those deaths, and there's some very flaky circumstances surrounding why they decided not to do that. Again, something that they wouldn't want paraded in court. My advice to you is to stick up for your rights. If you have got a bill from Centrelink and you know that you gave them the correct information, complain. Ask to talk to somebody from Centrelink's Fraud Investigation Unit so that you can complain against the people who are hitting you with the bill. Complain to the Commonwealth Ombudsman's Office. You can even complain to your local police station that Centrelink staff are misusing their lawful authority to defraud you of money that you don't owe Centrelink. If you weren't told about the 6-week rule, they are hanging themselves out to dry. Again, as I said, if you are being prosecuted, then there are things you can do to keep your case out of court. I've made a number of videos, and just above the video you're watching now you'll see a drop-down link to the rest of those. They provide more detail. If you need more information, have a look at them. It may be useful. I'm Ron Medlicott. Thank you for listening.